Hello. Oh, welcome back to another Brightside Expeditions episode. Um, so with people that aren't Brightside, I'm gonna start giving disclaimers for you to not send hate towards them because they're simply kids channels. Brightside, on the other hand, I have a feeling they know what they're doing. So, anyways, this is um Dinochirus versus T-Rex, which in my opinion is not even close. T-Rex wins every day.
So your starship is flying through space at 99.9% of the speed of light. Hey, aren't you cool? The stars turn into bright continuous lines. Infinite outer space has shrunk into a tunnel. A bright flash ahead. Boom! Starship shoots out of the tunnel like a cork. You see the ancient Earth. The computer says you went back 70 million years.
The ancient Earth that he speaks of would not be uh, purple with white water.
You're a paleontologist of the future who traveled through time for one purpose: to see with your own eyes the most underappreciated dinosaur in history. You have come down to Earth and are walking through the jungle. Suddenly, you hear a mighty roar. There's a dinosaur coming out of the trees. It's more than twice your height and weighs as much as 4 cars. Scientists have found only 2 huge arms left of this dino. For 60 years, Dinochirus has been a major mystery in paleontology.
I have no idea about that. I don't keep up with the actual paleontological discoveries, but it's not underrated. You know, within the community, I feel like it's talked enough about.
Now we can see this creature in its entirety. They managed to find a complete set of fossils in Mongolia. Translated from Latin, the name of this dinosaur means terrible hand. Apparently, this dino was lousy at playing poker. Dinochirus is an animal cocktail that nature has prepared to make you both shriek and laugh. Let's take a look at it from the point of view of the evolution itself. First, we take the T-Rex. Dinochirus and the king of the dinosaurs are about the same size. From the T-Rex, we'll only leave the powerful hind legs and the long tail. Instead of small forelimbs, we'll attach mighty 8-feet-long arms. And let's not forget about the fingers with razor-sharp claws. Each claw is as long as a kitchen knife. Then we add a hump like a camel's, a neck like an ostrich's, and a horse's head. And instead of a toothy mouth, we put a duckbill. Now our Dinochirus is
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to save you time and money when our professional drivers deliver.
ready. It also has long and sharp claws on its flat feet. Such broad soles help it walk along the river bottom and not sink into the silt.
I don't know where you would be getting this from. I mean, I have no idea if there's even an estimate about this. There could be entire theories around it, but I've never heard anything about that. So,
Most scientists believe it was covered in feathers too. Plants were the main dish on this.
yes, Deinocheirus was 99% likely to have been fully covered in feathers.
Dinosaur's menu. To digest plant food, Dinochirus swallowed stones. Many modern birds do the same. Stones in the stomach grind the tough plant fibers. In one of the Dinochiruses, scientists found 1,400 of those. Yes, this dino had a huge belly, which slowed it down a lot. With such a size, Dinochirus lived for a very long time, 75 to 300 years, give or take. In a 100-million-year-old piece of amber, they found strange bones. They belong to the smallest dinosaur known to science. Take 2 paper bills from your wallet. This dino weighed the same. It was about the size of a modern hummingbird. Scientists don't know what the tiny dinosaur looked like more, a lizard or a bird, but they're pretty sure it could fly and hunted insects. Over 100 sharp teeth confirm that. What happens when you cross a chicken and a crocodile? You get one of these bad guys, a Hesperonychus. This dinosaur was small but had
I swear I've never heard of this in my life. I swear they're making this up. Aside from the Nicus part, I, I refuse to believe that this is an actual animal that existed. It could be. I've just never heard about it being talked about.
quite an attitude. It lived in North America and probably hunted mammals. It weighed only 4 pounds and was covered in feathers like a chicken. If the
Well, if it was that small, bright side, it would have probably hunted mammals because they were also very small. If it was bigger, then no, they would not be hunting mammals.
sloth was a dinosaur, it would look like a Suzhou lizard. It moved on 2 legs, was as tall as a modern giraffe, but weighed 3 times as much. Suzhou
So why did he eat mammals? That's my question.
lizard had feathers on its body
They're breaking the wrists.
and a long neck helped it look in all directions. Overall, the tail of this dinosaur made it look like a giant rat on 2 legs. When scientists first saw the fossils of this animal, they didn't believe they were real. The Halskoraptor looks like a hybrid of a velociraptor and an ostrich, only this dino was the size of a goose. The creature's strong hind limbs confirmed that it could walk on land. The dinosaur hunted fish, diving underwater for its prey. Now, we're used to flying animals having 2 wings, but evolution loves to break the rules. The Microraptor had 4
Microraptor actually did not have 4 wings. Microraptor had winged forelimbs and hind limbs. They were winged, and they would not fly, they would glide. There is a lot of confirming evidence that they glided, first of all, and second of all, that they did not have 4 wings. They had winged limbs, not wings.
wings. Strong feathers were attached to each of those. The dinosaur weighed
Feathered wings.
no more than 2 pounds. Its feathers were black and shiny like a crow's. There are no birds on the planet that
It is very likely that Microraptors were most commonly black.
have 4 wings. That means they evolved from 2-winged dinosaurs. Microraptor was the dead-end branch of evolution that didn't give way to any new species of animals. It seems that this hard-to-pronounce guy, I'll give it a shot, Tanystrophus, was a dinosaur drawn for a cartoon. But it existed in reality and lived in the water. It weighed 300 pounds and was 20 feet long. Half of its body was a flexible neck the size of a green anaconda. Scientists don't know why the creature had such a long neck. Most likely the dinosaur used it to catch fish or play jump rope. Imagine that 66 million years ago, I wasn't around then, an asteroid didn't crash into our planet. The dinosaurs didn't disappear, and the mammals failed to dominate the Earth. This means the primates didn't evolve and remained in the trees. Who would have taken the place of primates in such a world? Many scientists believe it could be Troodon. The dinosaur had the largest brain relative to body size.
No, they were indeed very, very intelligent for their time. Not more smart than at least Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor or Utahraptor. But they were indeed very intelligent and they were small enough to get away from larger predators. So it is very likely that they would have taken our niche, but not within 66 million years. You have to realize that Troodon was, I believe, a Cretaceous animal. So that would have given it what, uh, 60 million years within the Cretaceous period. I'm estimating. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, let's see what he has to say about it.
It walked on 2 legs and was about the size of a human. Hypothetically, Troodon could evolve and become as
Smaller.
intelligent as we humans are now. By the way, the smallest brain relative to body size belongs to Stegosaurus. It was the largest of the armored dinos. It was a plant eater, but its powerful tail and sharp spikes were feared by all hunters of the age. A Stegosaurus weighed almost 4 tons, but its brain was meh, not much larger than a hot dog.
Not gonna lie, you want to stay fresh on the court, you gotta get with the exercise ball.
Pegomastax was no bigger than a domestic cat.
Now, I do know about Pegomastax, so I will say something here.
And it ran wild and free in Africa 100 to 200 million years ago. Imagine a bipedal lizard that looks like a parrot. Pegomastax was covered both with feathers and porcupine-like quills. It had a beak, but two sharp.
What he's saying here is that it had feathers much like our birds today. There were more proto-feathers that we have evidence of T-Rex having, rather than fully formed feathers, more like Microraptor.
Fangs grew from the lower jaw. Still, the creature's scary appearance is deceiving. The dino ran fast and could bite hard, but it was a peaceful plant eater all the same. Now, this one, Lenhenicus, lived 80 million years ago. It resembled an ostrich that weighed like a medium-sized parrot. It could run quickly and hunted insects. Instead of arms, this dinosaur grew two tiny fingers with claws on their ends. It's the only one-fingered dinosaur known to science. This strange creature was one of the ancestors of modern birds. Jeholopterus was a flying dinosaur, looking as if it came straight from a sci-fi movie. It looked like a cat with bat wings. The creature was feeding on insects, but there's another theory that it could feed like a mosquito.
The theory that he's talking about and mentioning, I have no idea of, but it is indeed very, very likely that they fed on
This
insects.
dino landed on the backs of large dinosaurs and pierced their thick skin with sharp fangs. Now, this is a fairy tale unicorn. It's as white as snow, beautiful and graceful. And this is a Qingdao lizard, the real-life prototype of that horned horse. A bony horn more than 15 inches long grew on its head. Perhaps the horn helped float in the water, attract partners, or make different sounds. The fairy tale unicorn is definitely cuter than this prehistoric creature. Our next guy, Inostrancevia, resembled a cross between a lizard and a tiger.
And guess what? This is not a dinosaur. This is a mammal-like lizard.
Imagine an animal that weighs as much as 5 wild boars.
This is a. Let me remember. Um. Uh. I can't remember the clay. Gorgonopsid. This is a Gorgonopsid, which was alive when? I can't hear you. Before the reign of the dinosaurs.
The body length of a sedan.
Specifically in the late Permian, I think. Yeah, because of the Permian Triassic extinction. They went extinct during that one. But anyways,
Limbs with sharp claws, fangs similar to those of a saber-toothed tiger, and powerful jaws. It was one of the most dangerous animals that roamed the planet Earth. It occupied a niche that today belongs to lions, tigers, and other large cats. Next, please. Epidexiturus. Now this is a small dinosaur about the size of a pigeon. It couldn't fly, but it was one of the first dinos with feathers. They were different from those of modern birds, though. They weren't divided into separate threads, but were whole and resembled plant leaves. This big guy, Therizinosaurus, isn't only known for its strange appearance and
this is a terrible theory, which is theory is short for Therizinosaurus in the community. It's just, the proportions are so off. The I don't even know where to begin.
size, although it was as tall as a 5-story building and weighed like an elephant. The giant was notorious for the largest claws on the planet. It was really a manicurist's nightmare. 2-inch-long scythes protruded from its fingers. Despite those horrific appendages, it ate plant food, chewing it with its small teeth.
Yes, it did indeed. It was indeed a herbivore.
The humongous jaws were needed to pull leaves off of tall trees.
There are indeed many, many theories as to why Therizinosaurus had those claws, but the leading factor is since it was a herbivore, it would have used those claws to either cut up plant matter or simply get it off the ground into its mouth.
Hey, I'm growing here. Meet the largest animal that flew in the earthly sky, Quetzalcoatl.
Again, not a dinosaur, but this time it is a flying lizard.
Just imagine a creature with a wingspan almost the width of a basketball court. To lift such a machine, it needed to be lightweight, so it only weighed as much as a modern pig, with its wings looking like a thin membrane. They stretched from the bottom of the legs to the elongated fingers. Artists often depict this creature covered in feathers, but its body was actually coated with fibers similar to human and animal hair. Acrotholus is an unusual dinosaur that wore a cap made of hard bone.
I've never heard of this dinosaur before, but it seems as if it is a relative of the Pachycephalosauridae.
No, not a baseball cap. The creature was the size of a Labrador retriever dog, but not as friendly. It wouldn't run after a stick. Rather, it would rush and ram its hard head into the rival of the same species or a predator.
Okay. But yeah, anyways, so the reason that I am kind of mad, so most underrated dinosaur that ate stones. Dinochirus versus T-Rex. Like, what the heck, Brett say? But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video of Brightside Expedition, and I will see you next time. Also, go check out the new Monster Hunter channel. I haven't posted anything yet. It is Gore Magala. I listed it in the description. And yeah, I'll see you next time.